You are one of the few LA artists who could actually like tour across the country.
Yeah.
And sell tickets in like places like DC or Atlanta or New York, all these places. What is it that you think that you've been able to, because you've done that while still being like unapologetically like LA, but like, again, like depending on what project of yours you listen to, like sonically things can sound a little different, but to me, like just you as like a rapper you're unapologetically LA. You can't help it. Even if you're on some down south shit, if you're on the hot shot shit, if you're on, you know, but what is, you think like the secret to how you've been able to break through the glass ceiling that I feel like a lot of West Coast artists unfortunately can't do, man? Like it's like shit cuts off after Arizona for a lot of these guys.
I mean, I think just the main thing that, and it's super simple, but people like look over it. You know, the most simplest answers are the hardest questions to figure out, right? So it's basically I give the people something to connect to. I give them the story. I give them me.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not like, I mean, of course it's a character, it's a brand, it's a thing, but it's actually me and it's relatable. You know what I mean? And you know, my goal is to inspire and of course to move the culture forward, but like just to connect to the everyday person. You know what I mean? So I think that's got a lot to do with it.
Do you think too, like, I just also feel like you're like consistent, because a lot of people will, like, did you feel the difference between when you were on Rock Nation and you couldn't really drop when you wanted to where the fan base has grown since the last 3 years where you've been just on this tear?
Yeah, it's a huge difference. Again, it's just like over questioning something that's already there.
Right.
It's like, all right, y'all signed me for this.
For a reason.
And then, you know, once we get to the table and we get to the huddle, we trying to figure out something that's already answered. This is my thing. This is what I do. And this would be successful if we got the machine behind it. But with the game being how it is now, well, I can't say now because I don't know how it was then. I wasn't in it. But with the game how it is, with all these trends and trendy things, and next week is something that everybody hopping on, it's really nobody standing firm on what they stand on. So the A&Rs is all over the place. Like, people scared to get fired, people scared to take the risk, when actually the biggest risk is when you chase these fads. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And it's like, it's more of a slam dunk when you do your thing that people love you for. So
because that's something that is sustainable forever. Like, if you make a sound of a record and people, like you said, like it's microwavable. Like, then what? Then you're by yourself in the cold when that fad goes away.
Exactly. And when I signed, like, I did, like, a lot of my audience did leave because we was already touring and doing our thing, but it was like, they got me doing how you want it, how it feel. How, like, that shit wasn't me at all, you know? And the people like, what's going on? And then it wasn't coming as frequent. And, you know, I got, like, shit, to pacify myself, I was just partying, having a good time, you know what I mean? And enjoying the scene. But, you know, what I did do was meet a lot of people and learn a lot about the business. But yeah, it's a huge difference from then and now. Right.
Have you heard, Greedo's always telling, like, he's always like, yo, I'm from LA, but, like, don't send me no LA beats.
Yeah.
Like, have you gotten to the point where you're, like, tired of, like, getting, like, because obviously Steel and you are kind of evolving together, but, like, when someone sends you a pack, do they send you, like, what we think a pack getting sent to you would sound like?
At this point, I kind of hate packs because it's like, all right, a G Perico pack. Okay, it's not like me at all. I think people like producers or beat makers, because a producer not gonna do that shit. Yeah. So beat makers, they not doing their homework or nothing. So they probably just looking at a picture of me. Oh, this is a LA
I know
nigga
what he
right
wants.
here.
Yeah.
And they sending this ancient sounding ass shit, right. You know what I'm saying? Or this typical sounding shit. So usually when I do, like, say pack, get pack sent, it's like, send me some shit you think I wouldn't fuck with. You know what I mean? And then it kind of align with the sound and the place that I'm trying to go.
Because for you, like, you would rather be in with a producer and
yeah, for sure,
and start from scratch, or
for
at least build together.
Yeah, or at least be in, and it may be some beats that I hear like, okay, this melody is dope, this lead is dope as fuck, but this bass line is dated. You know what I mean? Or this bass line is just
And if you're in with the
overly-
producer, you could be like, yo, take that out because they got the stems.
Yeah,
You
swap
can
that
build
out.
the part you like.
Yeah, fly this in here, drop this. That's why me and Steels work so well. Cause G Slim's Revenge, I think I might have had maybe one of the songs. I had one of the songs, and I'm saying the project done, and we got in like a week and a half worth of sessions, and banged it out. You know what I mean? And with some extras, but he got a beat. All right, Steels, like we know how to collaborate.
Right.
Like I respect his opinion. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's like Steels, like you make the final decision what need to go right here.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then vice versa. So and he not like married to one idea. I think that's like the biggest problem in creating. Like people be so married to the idea that they can't make the shit better. You know what I mean? It's like, no, this is how it is. This is how it's gonna go.
For sure.
You
A
know
lot
what
of
I mean?
people are like that in the studio, or
Yeah.
artists in general.
Yeah, so I mean, it's like really no growth in that. I can understand it though when you getting started and you got an idea and you like trying to get the people to know you. But when you drop as much as we do, you definitely gotta like just dive into your creativity and remix shit and change shit up. You know what I'm saying?